Hey, it's welcome to Brunch with Brian, your home investing live stream. Today, I wanted to talk about it's World Student Day today. Sometimes in life, you're a student, and what are the KPIs? I like talking about KPIs. We talked about that yesterday. What are KPIs? Key performance indicators to see if you're doing well in some area. And so if you don't know, if you if you're looking at your regular job or your real estate investing or any area of your life, including relationships, and I talked about this yesterday, uh, KPIs are very helpful. So one of the KPIs I have that seems simple in my relationship with Lynette is before we say goodbye ever, if she's leaving the house or if I'm leaving or whatever, we always make sure to give each other a hug. So it sounds like a simple little KPI, but it keeps us closer, and you want simple little things like that that you can stick to, that you can adhere to make sure that you're hitting your goals or on the path to reaching your goals. So what are your KPIs for your real estate investing? Mainly, I want you to track how many phone calls you make per week. And that's really the main one. Now, there's other things. There's like marketing KPIs. Are you doing some kind of marketing? Are you sending out mailers or putting out signs? Or are you doing something to make the phone ring? So there's marketing KPIs in this business. Some people are very aggressive. Some people will spend $1,000 or $2,000 on mail every month. Now obviously you better be doing one deal every month or two to justify your marketing budget. But if you're doing one deal every 2 months, you could easily spend $5,000 a month on marketing because you're going to make back that money on one deal. So that's the great thing about real estate. It's not like you're marketing and spending all this money on marketing and then incrementally inching it back out by making $10 a sale. I mean, you're making tens of thousands of dollars per sale, per deal, depending on the kind of deal you're doing. But even just a wholesale deal, you're probably making 10 grand. So that's why, marketing is one of those KPIs that I want you to put some thought and some money towards to see what kind of good leads you can get. There's also, you can buy leads from different lead referral sources, but be very careful about doing that because some of them, they're not really giving you very good leads. They're giving you leads that you could find by yourself and you're paying them a bunch of money to find them. And sometimes, depending on the service, you can be paying literally hundreds of dollars per lead. Now, if you paid $300 a lead, but you got, so you paid $3,000 for 10 leads, but you closed 2 deals. Is that worth it? Yes, obviously that's worth it. But be careful because anytime you spend a bunch of money without money coming in, I want you to be careful. So, but if you know of any lead services that you have used and gotten deals from, let me know. I like to pass on good information. And if you have, good sources that you've been getting leads, that's great. So what's your KPIs for being a good student? That's where we started. Kind of got off track into the real estate investing, but that's why, because I love to teach. And so me loving to teach, hopefully you love to be a good student. So what are the KPIs to being a good student? Well, I want your real estate investing student KPIs to be that you show up for every Teaching Tuesday. All right, so Teaching Tuesdays we do from at 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern, and then we repeat it 3 hours later every Tuesday. So that's 1 hour a week that you're learning. Okay, and you're taking notes and you're absorbing and you're getting motivated. So that's one hour a week as a student that I want you to definitely spend. Then I want you to be looking over your scripts and role playing your scripts, especially if you feel like you're great on the phone and you've kind of gotten over that initial, I don't know, anxiety about getting on the phone, and you've done it, even if once you've done a couple deals, I don't necessarily need you to role play. But in the beginning, it can be very helpful for building your confidence before you've closed your first deal. Role playing is the best way to learn the scripts. So as a good student, what should you be using? Role playing. You should be role playing those scripts out loud. And especially if you got a deal you haven't seen before. Let's say you've been doing creative financing deals and then you find a distressed house. And somebody says, hey, I got this distressed house. Can you help me with that? Well, either you're going to do an exit strategy of if you can get financing on it, you're going to do a work for equity. Okay, a work for equity exit strategy and hold on to it. Okay, take monthly payments. That's the way. And then remember, on a work for equity, the buyer or the tenant buyer is responsible for the maintenance and repairs. So if you're finding a distressed house, that's your number one choice. Try to get monthly payments, try to get seller financing, and then offer it as a work for equity. The second choice would be get it under contract. And just if you are not set up to do fix and flips, you're going to probably do a wholesale. So you're going to sell it to a flipper and make a what we call an assignment fee for 5 or 10 grand or maybe 20 grand or more. Okay, so that's a wholesale exit strategy. And then thirdly, you might want to do a fix and flip. So if you need money, I told you this before, but Lynette and I do rehab loans now. We are certified private money brokers with this company. And so we would love to help you with, if you need financing for your deals. And if you want to do a fix and flip and you've never done one before, just find a great deal and we can finance it for you. So, whatever so as a student, your KPIs then are teaching Tuesdays every week, and then role playing the scripts. And especially if you are approaching a deal you haven't done before, remember there's 7 deals, all the scripts for the opening call, closing call, and the deal meeting for all 7 deals. So you can look at that deal and, read the scripts for that. Now that means 5 sellers and 5 buyers, 5 kinds of sellers: creative financing seller, ugly house seller, option seller, pre-foreclosure seller, and what we call a assigning terms seller or axe seller. So there's 5 kinds of sellers. Now, if you are talking to one that you've never talked to before and using scripts you haven't used before, that's where I want you to do a little role playing in advance. But for sure, start off by role playing the creative financing closing call scripts, because that's where you need, most of the scripting. A lot of like a wholesale script is not complicated. Once they say I absolutely can't take monthly payments, then it's just a matter of working out the best purchase price and seeing if it works. So now remember, with creative financing deal, you have to work out 4 terms. So that's why I want you to role play that script in advance, because you got to work out purchase price, monthly payment, length of term, and down payment. Those four areas. All right, so as a good student, if you want to execute well, and if you want to learn and then be able to take action and be effective at it, role playing is a huge thing. And just, looking over your materials, that's, because the scripts are all written out and right in front of you, you don't have to go and study the scripts and memorize the scripts. Just read them out loud. Just read them out loud a couple times through, whether it's role playing. Remember, in the what to say system, you got all those your turn videos that you can use. So I want you to use those your turn videos. So again, it's World Student Day. So when you're a student, be a good student. Now, I've been a student. I had to learn this business too. I mean, there was one point where I didn't understand real estate. I didn't know anything about creative financing deals. So I was a good student though. And that was always one of my best traits, actually. I was always a good student. Because I was pretty good at remembering stuff. I could read over some material and remember it real well, and then put it into action. So wherever you're at, another thing that you can study, and this is important, the scripts are important, but also the steps are important. Now, you don't have to sit there and study and memorize the 36 steps to a creative financing deal, but you do need to be familiar with them. So that would be another good thing to study. You just look over and review it, the creative financing step-by-step checklist. Go into your what to do manual. There's 7 step-by-step checklists. You want to really be smart in real estate, really, really, really smart, go through all 7 of those. It's 7 pages. It's not that much material. And just read through the steps to every deal. There's a lot of similarities. Even on a wholesale and a creative financing deal, there's some steps that are the same. So if you want to be a good student, you want to understand the deals, and that means understanding the steps. So the best thing to do is read through those 7 step-by-step checklists to understand how the deals are structured. I'll tell you, if you read those 7 pages over, you're going to learn a lot. I mean, you're going to be a lot smarter student after you read those 7 pages. And that's a simple 7 pages. Those are probably the smartest 7 pages I ever came up with. And they really explain the whole real estate business. So if you get that, then you're a long ways towards understanding the whole business. And then role play the scripts. So role play the scripts, review the step-by-step checklists, and always show up on Teaching Tuesday and come to Brunch with Brian. because I'm always teaching some really quality information on Brunch with Brian. Sometimes you've heard it before, but that's why you learn it. That's why it becomes ingrained. Repetition is the mother of skill. So you got to hear stuff over and over sometimes so that you can go and apply it. All right. So good morning, Caleb. Great to see you on a Friday, and we're always in formal dining room Friday mode. WL, you're always here early. Good morning, everybody. So guys, I'm always open to you asking questions and posting stuff in the chat here while I'm doing my Brunch with Brian's. It doesn't necessarily have to relate to the topic. So, if you got a deal going or something like that, and I can answer the question relatively quickly, I'm cool with that. I know Caleb has deal questions, and I love answering deal questions too. So guys, have a great weekend. Let's take some action. And if you need to study up for this weekend and be a good student, if you want to be an excellent student, just follow those simple KPIs that I just said. Read over those step-by-step checklists, role play the scripts, practice, especially the closing call scripts and the FSBA opening call scripts, opening call and closing call scripts. Practice those, read them out loud. Don't just read them silently. Your mouth has to get used to saying the words. It sounds silly, but your brain's got to get used to hearing the words out loud. When you're saying the words go out here and into your ears, so you're hearing them too. So that's really important, is to say these out loud, just like same way we say affirmations out loud. Now, would it be good for me to say an affirmation in my mind? Like, I am a real estate winner, but just think it. Okay, ready? Let's just think it. Okay, well, that's great. I thought I am a real estate winner, but I just thought it in my brain. I didn't hear it. I didn't get it all through my body with that vibration of sound. And so that's why saying stuff out loud is so important. That's why role playing out loud is important on your scripts to be a good student. So that's why we always say our affirmations. I am a great student. I am a great student. And if you feel like you're not a great student, just follow those simple KPIs that I just went over, and just take some time. There isn't a lot of studying to this. You don't have to study these materials, but you do have to watch the videos. That's the other thing. That's really important. Watch all the videos. Watch the videos for that whole creative financing section. Remember, there's newer videos where Lynette has the big blonde wig, where we're sitting at the table and going through the whole deal meeting script and everything, and we do a house tour. So watch those ones where Lynette has the big blonde wig and the sequin dress. Those are fun. Then watch the ones where we're the old couple, where Lynette's the old lady, okay, because that's the other ones that have creative financing. So another way to be a good student, again, Teaching Tuesdays, always show up for there. Come to Brunch with Brian, role play the scripts, read over the checklists, and watch the videos. Now remember, they're also all on audio. So if you're washing the dishes or something, and should you be listening to some true crime podcast, or should you be listening to us closing deals and going through all the objection answers? So that's really exceptionally powerful too. So anytime you can access those audios, that's also being a good student. So I am a great student. That's our affirmation for today. Okay, ready? One, we always say it 3 times on 3. I am a great student. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I am a great student. I am a great student. I am a great student. Yeah, all right. Now deep breathing. Let's do our 3 deep breaths. Nice deep breath in. Hold it a little bit and let it go. Oh, that feels good. Another deep breath in. Invigorating. Big smile. Let it go. And one more. Nice deep breath in. Let it go. Oh, that felt good. All right. So have a great weekend. Take a lot of action. And you can always study up. You can always be a little sharper on your stuff. So if you really feel good, just do a little extra of studying in one of those areas I talked about, your KPIs, and you're going to have great success as a student. Yes. Hey, Karen. Love it. I love having you here. You love the morning positive infusions. Yes. And you have a wonderful weekend. You guys, awesome stuff. I love talking to you guys. Let's go. Awesome. Great stuff as usual. Thank you, Charles. So thank you, everybody. I will see you on Monday. And until then, keep expecting success, getting awesome training, going through your what to say and what to do system, being a good student, and taking action.